Hello, my name is Stephen Bedinsky, and I'm currently working on the I3 project team on the Campus Solutions team. Today we're going to go through a quick self-service demo of the Self-Service Student Center. So this is essentially the landing page that a student would see when they log on to their self-service portal. This is the functionality that will be replacing Cyrus as we know it today. So the Self-Service Student Center is broken up into a couple logical components. I'll just quickly highlight them first, and then I'll go into a little bit more detail on each one of them. The first section up here is the academic section. So this at a glance will provide the student with a schedule, a current schedule for the student. It will also allow the student to set up a plan for future terms, as well as enroll in any courses as long as their enrollment appointment windows are open. And it also allows them to select from various other options, such as viewing an unofficial transcript, requesting official transcripts, generating advising reports, viewing past grades, etc. The next section is the finances section, which highlights financial information for the student. So this consists of charges and payments that are on a student account, both past and future. It also contains financial aid information, as well as the T2202 information. It also allows the student to make a payment online through self-service. The next section is personal information. So this highlights names, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, all the different types of contact information that we would have on file for a student. It also allows them the ability to add, delete, or modify certain types of contact information, but we'll get into that a little bit later. The section down here at the bottom is for admissions. That gives the student an overview of any current applications the student has with the college. It also, if they have an accepted offer out there, it allows them to make an admissions deposit towards their program and confirm their admission at the college. Now off to the right-hand side here, we have a couple other little pagelets. The first one up at the top is the hold section. This section would display to the student any holds that are currently on their account. So as long as when we've set up a hold, if we've configured it to display on self-service, it would display here for the student. A hold could consist of things such as a hold for financial reasons. For example, if they have outstanding fees from a past term, or so if they have overdue fees or overdue library fines even, we could put a hold on there. There also could be academic related holds placed there as well. The next section is a to-do list. Currently this is going to be used by admissions for the most part, and it will display information that the student would need to submit, basically. So in this situation we've got a copy of a valid study permit, copy of a valid passport. These are requirements for the student to complete before they are admitted into the program. Basically just a little bit of a checklist for them. The milestones section is a little bit different. It's also kind of like a checklist, but it refers to academic related requirements. So as part of a program requirement, some of our students at the college need to go through a police check, a police reference check. So that's why this would be displaying to a student here until they've satisfied that requirement. The next section here, enrollment dates. Right now it just says open enrollment dates, but what it would normally do is when we've assigned enrollment appointment blocks for a student group. That would basically define a date range that a student can log on to self-service and actually enroll in courses for the future or current term. Those dates would actually display here. The advisor section right underneath is where it would display to the student an advisor that is currently assigned to the student. So as part of our term processing, we would assign an advisor to a student, and this information would be available here. It also provides them just a quick link to contact the instructor if they, not the instructor, the advisor if they need to. The next three sections down here, admissions, financial aid, and the Seneca links. These are just general links to either internal or external Seneca, internal to Seneca or external to Seneca websites for the various parts of the college. They're not necessarily PeopleSoft pages that we're linking to. For example, admissions, this Ontario Colleges link would basically direct the student to the OCAS website where they can submit an application for a program. In financial aid, this Ontario Student Assistant Program would take them to the page where they can apply for OSAP. These other Seneca links here basically just give the students some information within the college, registration information, continuing ed and training, and the academic policy, should they require more information on that. These links within these components are customizable. We can modify whatever links we show in them. So now I'm going to just go back up to the academic section and go into a little bit more detail. What we have here is basically a quick overview of the current enrollments that the student has for the current term. Right now it's showing the winter 2015 schedule, and that's the term that we're pointing to right now. What they can also do is click on this weekly schedule link here, which provides them more of a graphical view of their schedule. This is similar to what we show right now on Cyrus, where we've got that a little bit of a grid layout that for their timetable. So it will show the blocks where the student is in class and provide the information as to the times and locations of these classes. The section at the bottom here also would display any courses that don't have a set schedule. So for example, if the student is enrolled in an online course, this information would show at the bottom of the page here, because it wouldn't necessarily fit onto that graphical view. The student also has the ability here under the display options to select the information that they want to see through the grid view. So they can select days of the week, as well as class title, instructor information, if they want to display that or not. Just going to head back to the main page of Student Center. So we have a couple other links here on the left-hand side: Plan, Enroll, and My Academics. The Plan functionality allows the student to set up a plan for future terms. This would be really useful to a student where the curriculum for the program isn't strictly defined, as they have the ability to select courses. The student would be able to go here and set up a plan to say that in the next term or terms, I'd like to take this set of courses. So they can select from any courses that are part of their requirements, and they can kind of configure that for future terms. The next component here, the Enroll option. This actually allows the student, as long as their enrollment appointment windows are open, it allows the student to log in and enroll in courses. The bottom section here, and again, this is very similar to what we have on Cyrus as well. The enrollment functionality would show any current courses that the student is enrolled in at the bottom. But then what we have up here is the two ways that a student can enroll. So the first way that they can enroll is by My Requirements, which essentially shows the list of courses that are part of that student's program. They can then select these courses and put them in their enrollment shopping cart, from which point they'll check out and they'll be added to the schedule as long as all the prerequisites and everything are met. They also have the ability to enroll from the planner. So as I just previously mentioned, if the student has set up a plan for any future terms, they can use this functionality to then go through a quick process of enrolling in these courses. So back on the main page here, we've got this drop-down menu that says Other Academic. This basically provides a quick link to pages that are perhaps one or two steps further into the navigation. Some of these links you'll see on this next component, the My Academics component. So this provides the student with a view of the current program that the student is in. So right now the student is in the Accounting Techniques program. If the student was in multiple programs at the college, then this would then show the multiple programs. So also a couple different things here: academic requirements, what if reports. These options allow the student to generate reports that will show the student's progress through their curriculum, as well as the what if report is something that's really new to us. We're going to discuss that a little bit more in the faculty advisor self-service demo, but what it would allow the student to do is go in here and generate a what if scenario to see where the student would stand if he or she chose to switch their program. So based on the current program that they're in, the courses that they've completed, if they would opt to switch to a different program, let's say business administration, it would provide them with an overview as to where they'd stand in that program. And again, we'll get into that in one of our other demos. The advisors option basically allows the student to view with a little bit more detail the advisor information that is set up and assigned to that student. It's similar to that little page that we saw on the main page, the main screen. Course history allows the student to view a history of all the courses that they've enrolled in at the college. So this provides them with the complete listing, as well as provides the term and the grade that they were assigned for that term. These icons along the side here, anything, the green circle with the check mark basically means that they've taken that course and they've passed it. So they've met the requirements for that course. The yellow symbol represents any in-progress credits. So that basically means that the student is currently enrolled in that course. And anything with this arrow, the green arrow, it works in conjunction with this TC grade, which means transfer credit. It's what we refer to currently as an advanced standing, or sometimes referred to as transfer credit. This is when a student takes a course from another college, university, and they've transferred it to Seneca, and they use it as part of their requirements. Sorry, my academics. These next two links here, view my unofficial transcript and request official transcript. This allows the student to request basically a document that would show their progress at the college. The unofficial transcript would be almost identical to the official transcript that they would get, except for the fact that it has a watermark on it saying unofficial. It's not the official transcript that we would actually issue to a student. But we can quickly generate one of these. Just takes a second, and what it's basically doing is actually generating this report on the fly, so it does take a little bit of time in this test environment. But you'll see that this is basically just a copy of what we would provide to the student. This is still a work in progress, so this isn't necessarily the final product, but you'll see that there is the official transcript watermark across it, and it breaks down all their enrollments and the grades that they've received for these courses. One last thing I want to show you in the My Academics, this request official transcript. This is a real new piece of functionality as well. Currently, the only way for a student to request a transcript is if they either come into the college or mail in or fax in a request to the college. This request official functionality allows the student to select options as whether they want to pick up the transcript at a campus or if they want it mailed to their own address or to a third party, let's say a sponsor or another college or university that they'd be applying to. They can select these options and pay for the transcript request online, at which point we would then be able to generate the transcripts on our end and send them out. So back to the main student center, we'll go on to the next component here, the finances section. So this provides the student with a quick summary as to any charges that they have outstanding. So it's broken up into due now and future due. This is something that we can configure to say that if the charges are due within the next, let's say 30 days, we'll say they're due now, otherwise they're future due. They can drill deeper into it as well to view some more detail. They can do that through this account, the charges due link here. This will basically show them that this full amount is due by this date, which is a little overdue at this point. But then it also breaks down all the charges. So that full amount there is broken down into the individual charges. So this is similar to what we have right now on Cyrus as well. On Cyrus, there isn't really the options to view a summary and then view detailed information. It's kind of just a little bit of a messy detail functionality that we have. Here, the student is given a quick summary, but if they do require more detail, they are able to see that information here as well. The other information that's in this finances section consists of financial aid information, which allows the student to apply for financial aid as well as view status of current applications. It also gives them a link to the OSAP website if they're applying for OSAP funding. The tax information is also, it's a functionality that we have on Cyrus right now. It allows the student to go online and generate in real time a T2202 tax receipt in PDF format. So we have that availability in Cyrus right now. We also have the ability in PeopleSoft in the future state. Another thing here is you'll see this make a payment link. This allows the student to go into their account and actually make a payment through self-service. So they'll be able to use a credit card or Interac Online to process a payment. They'd come in here, enter the amount that they want to pay, and then click on Next, which will then take them to our hosted payment provider, which is Moneris. They'd be forwarded to that page, similarly to the way we do it right now on Cyrus. They'll enter their credit card information. Moneris will process the payment and then return a response to Seneca. We would not be storing any of the credit card information, just the authorization codes and such. So moving on to the personal information section. This section here, the contact information, provides a quick view of the main information that we have on file for a student. But drilling into this here allows the student to view more detailed information as to all the contact information that we have on file for them. So in this case here, you'll see that we have 3 address types set up for the student: mail, home, and alumni. The mail and alumni addresses both have this edit button beside it. Basically means that we would allow the student through self-service to update this address type. The home address type does not have that edit link, which means the student is not able to update that address through self-service. We would have to do it as staff. We have access to update that, but otherwise the student can't do it through self-service. Similarly, with the names component, we have the primary name cannot be modified. Preferred and diploma can be edited. Phone numbers and email addresses are very similar as well. They're able to configure different contact information, but here they can also select their preferred option. So any one of the numbers that they have configured, they can select this as their preferred method. We can then use that when we're communicating with the student, particularly for the email addresses. We can use that as part of when we communicate with the student, if we want to push communication out to their preferred contact address, or we can specify, in some cases, we only want communication going to their Seneca email account. We would then specify that, but otherwise we can go to their preferred. You'll notice here as well the Seneca student email type. This is where the student's My Seneca email account would go. This information is, the student is not able to modify this. That email address is assigned to them as part of the user ID creation. It would then be included in here without the ability to modify or delete it. Going back to the main page, we'll go down to this admissions section here. So the admissions section provides an overview as to any current applications the student has with the college. If the student had an actual offer of admission as well with the college, they'd be able to go into this component, select the program that they want to pursue at Seneca, and pay their admission deposit. And that would then confirm their acceptance into the program, and it would allow the system to continue on with the process of actually creating them as an active student. So that was an overview of the self-service student center that we'll be seeing in the next coming months. And thank you for watching.